What if I told you that two people, same age, retiring in the same month, could receive checks that are $1,500 apart every single month for the rest of their lives? One gets $1,976, the other $3,415. And here's the kicker. It's not because one person worked harder, it's not a secret government program, and it's definitely not a scam. It comes down to understanding three critical rules that 90% of Americans get completely wrong. Rules that could mean the difference between a comfortable retirement and one where you're counting every dollar. Welcome to Benefits Post. Today I'm breaking down exactly what's changing with Social Security in January 2026, who actually qualifies for those higher payments, and the claiming strategy that could add tens of thousands of dollars to your retirement. No hype, no gimmicks, just the math. Let's get into it. Here's the uncomfortable truth that most people don't realize until it's too late. Social Security is the single largest source of retirement income for millions of Americans. Yet most folks understand less about how it works than they do about their Netflix subscription. And that knowledge gap, it's costing people real money, sometimes thousands, sometimes tens of thousands over a lifetime. So let's fix that right now. When you see numbers like $1,176 versus $3,415, these aren't random. They represent real scenarios based on real earnings histories and real decisions about when to claim. The Social Security Administration doesn't wake up one morning and double your check because they're feeling generous. Every penny is calculated using a formula based on your 35 highest earning years, adjusted for inflation. Now here's what is happening in 2026. The cost of living adjustment is locked in at 2.5%. That means if you're currently receiving benefits, your check goes up by that percentage starting in January. But that COLA alone won't take you from $1,976 to $3,415. That's not what's happening here. The real difference comes down to two things: your lifetime earnings and the single most powerful decision you'll make: when you decide to file. If you were born in 1960 or later, your full retirement age is 67. That's when you get 100% of your calculated benefit. But here's where it gets interesting. You can claim as early as 62, or delay until 70, and this one choice creates a swing of thousands in your monthly payment. Claim at 62, you're looking at a permanent 30% reduction. If your full benefit would have been $2,800 at 67, you're only getting around $1,860 at 62. And that reduction follows you for life. It doesn't go back up at 67. But delay past 67? For every year you wait until age 70, you earn delayed retirement credits worth 8% per year. Not 8% total, 8% per year. Wait from 67 to 70? You're adding 24% to your benefit. That same $2,800 becomes $3,472. Now we're seeing how people reach those higher numbers. Your benefit is calculated using your average indexed monthly earnings, or AIME. Social Security takes your earnings from every working year, adjusts for wage inflation, and uses your highest 35 years. Didn't work 35 years? They plug in zeros for missing years, and that drags down your average. The benefit formula is progressive. For 2026, the first 115 of your AMI is replaced at 90%. The next chunk up to $6,975 is replaced at 32%. Anything above that, just 15%. So when we're talking $3,500 per month, we're talking about someone who maxed out Social Security taxes for most of their career and delayed until 70. That's the mathematical reality. It's not a secret loophole. It's high lifetime earnings plus strategic timing. Now let me address something that's costing people real money: fear. If you're 62 and thinking about claiming early because you're worried Social Security won't be there later, I need you to hear this. Yes, the trust fund faces challenges. Reserves are projected to deplete in the early 2030s. But even if Congress does nothing, which is unlikely, the system would still pay about 77% of benefits from ongoing payroll taxes. So taking a permanent 30% reduction now because you fear a potential 23% reduction a decade from now, that math doesn't work. Congress has always acted to shore up Social Security when necessary. It's political suicide not to. Here's where people leave serious money on the table. Spousal benefits. If you're married, your spouse can claim up to 50% of your full retirement age benefit. Even if you claimed early and reduced your own check, their spousal benefit is based on what you would have gotten at 67. Survivor benefits, this is critical. When one spouse dies, the survivor keeps the higher of the two benefits. If the higher earner delays until 70, they're not just maximizing their own income, they're protecting the surviving spouse for potentially decades. I've seen couples where both claim at 62, then one passes at 75, leaving the survivor with a permanently reduced benefit for 15 or 20 more years. That's a costly mistake you can't undo. Two more things that trip people up. The earnings test. If you claim before full retirement age and still work, you can only earn about $23,040 in 2026 before Social Security withholds benefits. Above that, they take $1 for every $2 you earn over the limit. After full retirement age, no limit. Earn $1 million, keep your full benefit. Taxes. Up to 85% of your benefits can be federally taxed depending on your combined income. If you're single with combined income over $34,000 or married over $44,000, you're likely paying taxes on most of your Social Security. This is why tax planning matters. Strategic Roth conversions and smart withdrawal strategies can save you thousands. Let's address the elephant in the room. Social Security was never designed to be your only retirement income. The maximum benefit at full retirement age in 2026 is around $3,800, and that's for someone who earned maximum taxable wages for 35 years. Most people get far less. The average is around $1,900 to $2,000 per month. If that's your only income, you're living at or near the poverty line. Social Security is one leg of a three-legged stool alongside personal savings and retirement accounts. That so many Americans reach retirement with nothing else isn't Social Security's fault. It's a savings crisis. Here's my challenge to you. Stop looking for shortcuts. Start looking at your actual numbers. Go to ssa.gov. Create your My Social Security account. Look at your earnings history and estimated benefits. See what you're projected to get at 62 versus 67 versus 70. Run the math based on your health, your family history, your other income sources. Make a decision based on your reality, not clickbait headlines, not fear, not what your neighbor's doing. This is your retirement, money you earned over decades. Treat it with the seriousness it deserves. That's how you maximize your Social Security, not through tricks or gimmicks, but through understanding and strategic planning. If this helped you see your benefits differently, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell. I'm dropping new videos every week breaking down the benefits and programs that could put more money in your pocket. This is Benefits Post. I'll see you in the next one.